Now there's been a lot of people that have been using the Litokol Translucent Grout, and a few of their questions have been, what happens if I get grout bleed? Because this is translucent, how does it look underneath the tessera? Now we all know when we're using ordinary standard grout that we can get dark spots underneath the tessera where the grout is. But how does the translucent grout work? Well, I thought this would make a great video. So what I'm planning on doing is adhering these glass pieces down onto this clear glass, and these are quite textured, and normally you would have the texture side up as long as the back is flat. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually adhere the texture side facing down, which is normally a big no-no when it comes to working with glass on glass. And some of these are extremely textured, and I've also got stained glass that's very smooth, and I really want to see what happens. So what I'm going to do is adhere some of these down. I'm not going to cover the whole base of the tessera either, because I'm aiming for grout bleed, which is really quite unusual because my biggest aim when doing glass on glass is to not get grout bleed. So I'm just going to take the top off this, and I'm going to now just start adhering some of these down. And that's normally more than what I would use. And as you can see, well, I hope you can see it, you can probably see that the glass is not properly covered. So that's going to allow for a lot of grout bleed. This will be a good experiment. Well, I've glued these down, and I can see that there's quite a lot of areas there that are going to be getting grout bleed. And so what I'm going to do is leave these for a couple of days, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to grout with the Litokol Translucent Grout, and then we'll see what the results are and see how it looks with the grout bleed. This is going to be very interesting. We'll be back soon. Well, it's been a few days now, and most of the pieces that I've glued down with the MAC glue are pretty good to go. Now, there are a few pieces where the MAC glue is still a little bit white underneath them. And they are the ones where I've used a lot of MAC glue. They are the very heavily textured ones. In normal situation, I would not be grouting if this was a glass on glass piece, and I would not be grouting it now until those pieces are actually fully cured and they've turned clear, or the glue has turned clear. But because this is an experiment and we're going to move forward, this will work in well with what I'm doing, because we want to see what the translucent grout does to pieces with grout bleed. And also this is a good experiment because we can now see what happens when the pieces have not been fully cured, how it works with the translucent grout when using MAC glue. Now I'm going to zoom in here a little bit as well, because I'm going to show you this piece here. Now if you look at this piece here, you'll see there's a bit of brown here. This is due to the oil from scoring. So why I wanted to show you this, and I'm glad it happened on this, is that you need to make sure that if you're using oil, wipe off all the oil. Make sure there's no oil on your glass at all, because you could very well end up with this particular situation on a piece when you have finished. So wipe all the oil off so this doesn't happen. Now on another note, I just wanted to show you these two pieces here as well. I just wanted to prove that I actually have not covered the backs of these totally in MAC glue. These will most likely get a grout bleed to them. In fact, most of this will probably get grout bleed in it because I haven't covered the back totally, but I just want to prove it to you that I haven't covered the back totally. Now on another note, and this is a very interesting thing, on another note, it does pay to actually glue the whole back of the piece that you're doing or with your adhesive, so when it goes clear, you won't see any glue marks. Now this is not actually a glue mark. This is actually where you can tell the difference between where you've glued, or where I've glued, and where I haven't glued. Now, some people say, well, I only glue the outside edge and that works for me. Well, that might be so. However, it still means that there's also a possibility that you could end up with an area where you can actually see where you've glued and where you haven't glued. So I always prefer to use smaller pieces and glue the whole back rather than use larger pieces and just go around the outside, because there's always that chance you will see a mark where you have glued and where you haven't glued. Now I've got my Litokol Translucent Grout ready to go. I'm going to put a link up the top of the screen here in case you'd like to know how to use it and how to mix it. I will put that link there, and I'll also put a link in the information box of this video as well. And I have mixed up too much, and I tend to do that. That's just the way that I work, and it's a little bit of wastage, but it's better than running out midway through. There is nothing worse than doing that when you are grouting. So I'm very interested to see how this performs with grout bleed. It'd be great if we didn't get any, but we just don't know how it's going to go. And I'm not too worried about how wide the gaps are when I laid these glass pieces down, because that wasn't part of the actual test. We know that the gaps should be around about the 3mm mark or under to get the best out of the translucent grout, so they take on the reflective properties of the actual glass. Okay, we'll let that all cure, and then we'll come back and have a look and see how that grout bleed is. Now, it's been around about 24 hours since I actually grouted this piece with Litokol Translucent Grout. And in that 24 hours, there's been some very interesting developments. Now, I may have to take this piece outside so you can get a better understanding, but we'll try it here anyway. Now, when you look at the semi-transparent coloured glass, the grout bleed is not as noticeable because the grout is translucent. Now, we all know that when we're using sanded grout or a dark coloured grout or whatever colour, when you're using it on a glass-on-glass piece, underneath those glass pieces, it always shows as a dark spot, and it looks, well, if you've got a lot of it, it can look really terrible. However, on this particular piece that I've done, and I'm only speaking about this particular piece, you don't notice it as much. Yes, it's still grout bleed, but because the grout is Litokol Translucent, you actually don't notice it near as much. So I find this really quite interesting that you don't notice it as much. Now, when it comes to the texture pieces, now I really exaggerated those with grout bleed because I made sure that the actual textured side was facing down, which is a big no-no when you're doing glass on glass. But I still wanted to see and make sure how the translucent grout reacted with the texture side facing down. Well, it is more noticeable than the semi-transparent glass. This is not the normal way of doing that. You know, when you're doing any glass on glass, you make sure that you adhere the flat side down. So this is very exaggerated, and you're not going to be doing it this way anyway. But just for an experiment, that's what I wanted to do. So although you would get grout bleed, it still creates an interesting effect. Is it an effect I would want in my glass on glass? Probably no, but it's not big blotches of sanded grout underneath it. It's not big dark blotches that are going to take away from your piece. If anything, it could be used as an effect in your piece when creating a glass on glass. But that would be something you would need to have a look at yourself. Now, another very interesting thing on this is when it comes to the clear glass, even though it's got grout bleed, you don't notice it. Or certainly you don't notice it near as much, you know, when using sanded grout. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this outside and see if we can get a better look and a better understanding on what's going on. Now, I'm not sure whether filming in front of this glass door of my studio is going to be of any benefit. The studio door is dirty, but certainly we'll give this a go. Now, when you look at the coloured semi-transparent glass, hopefully you'll be able to see the actual grout bleed in some of these pieces. Now, how bad you're going to be able to see the grout bleed is going to be really dependent, I think, on the colour of your glass as well. But in saying that, using the Litokol Translucent Grout may be the difference between having a piece that's acceptable than having a piece that you're not really going to be happy with because the dark blotches that normal sanded grout will give you under a glass piece. Now, when you're looking at the textured glass, you can see, well, hopefully you can see the actual frosted look that it actually creates when it interacts underneath that texture. because it is a textured glass. Now, as I said before, when you're using textured glass, this is not the way you do it anyway. You would have the texture side up. But it does create an interesting effect. Now also here, because the glass, because this glue had not cured properly, you can still see that. And I'm not surprised because it hasn't cured, it hasn't finished curing, it's still going clear. So, but it hasn't interacted with that glue either that I can see. And remember, when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about this particular glass on glass piece that I've done, this test sample. I'm not sure how it's going to go when you do your piece because there are so many variables involved. I don't know whether the camera will focus on this. And on this one here, you can see hopefully the grout bleed around here and around here. Well, anyway, I hope this video has helped you on clearing up a few questions on using Litokol Translucent Grout when you're getting grout bleed on a glass on glass. And if you're using it or you're looking at changing over to the Litokol Translucent Grout, because I consider it definitely to be a very, very easy grout to use, then put your comments down in the bottom of the comments section of the YouTube channel. I'm going to be interested in having a read, and I'm sure others will too. Also, if you go to the information box of this video right underneath, there will also be some links and some other information as well. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've taken something away from it, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy.